Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Trading Made Easy right here on YouTube. I'm certainly glad that you find yourself here today. Today, I'm going to be talking about 3 simple, easy steps to trading Forex. If you're interested in trading simple and easy, remove all the noise. Let's get straight to it, in and out. This is the video you want to watch. So with that being said, let's move over to the charts. Let's move to the charts. And I'm going to share my screen. All righty. Because if you're anything like me, you want simple and easy. If I can get you over to my chart, that would be great. All right, so you are with me. You are with me. Certainly glad that you are here. Okay, real simple, real quick, real easy. The very first thing you want to do is identify your key levels on the higher time frame. Now, that is the key. On the higher time frame, identify your key levels. Now, I use the daily for my high. You can certainly use the 4-hour too, but you can use the weekly and or the monthly. It just depends really on what type of trader you are. So it's important to know whether you are a swing trader, position trader, intraday, or scalper. Whichever, you're going to fall into one of those categories. And I base me being as an intraday trader, the daily gives me that sweet spot, right? It gives me that sweet spot. And it's a strong key area for support and resistance. So you start on the daily, and we want to identify those key areas. Now, what you can do is drop down to the line chart so that you can kind of reduce all of that, and you look for the peaks. See the peaks, 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 peaks. Now, what I like to do is I like to identify my peaks, and you're looking for peaks in generally in the same area. So you want to grab your horizontal line, and what are we doing? We're just identifying support and resistance. That's all we are doing. And I'm looking for my peaks to hit my line at least 2 times. At least 2 times, right? It can be more, but at least 2 times. Now, so right here, and here's another thing, don't force it. Don't force it. So you can move back, and you can look to see if the peak right there, bam, it hit there for support, right? It hit there on support. It doesn't matter how far back you go. It doesn't matter, because whenever you identify support and resistance, it's always support and resistance, right? It's always support and resistance. Okay, so I'm not going any further back. The 2 that I did see is going to be good enough, that right there. And the reason that I like this particular area right here, and this is like a hair off, is because looking at the line, I can tell that price, this is what I call a pivot, price hit and drop. It did not consolidate prior to dropping. That's called a pivot. So those areas I do like to identify, and we did have the other touch. So that's one. And what you basically want to do is identify a couple of them, right? Areas where price hit more than 2 times or more. Okay, so right here where price danced on that, bounce, came, danced again, bounced, right? And it broke out and then retested, and then it bounced. We got a resistance right here. So this is definitely a support or resistance line as well. And this one here, I'm gonna move that up, right? I'm gonna move that up right there, okay? So we see support here, support there, okay? And like I said, we can go look in the past, but if you have it relative to, your eyesight, that's good enough. And just identify, right? Identify. And you'll get really used to doing that because you can kind of see for yourself. Look at how prices danced around there, right? And somewhere around in here, yep, we have some more going on right there. So we have resistance right here, and right here, and right there. And anytime that you have your peaks generally close together, bunched together, it's generally you can identify some type of support or resistance in that area. Okay, so we have resistance right here, support right there. Okay, and okay, so as many as your eyes can take for the most part. So the key step number one is we want to go to the higher time frame and we want to identify key levels of support and resistance. Then what we want to do is drop down to the 15-minute. For me, it's the 15-minute, but drop down to the time frame that you enter on. That's my entry time frame. So I drop down to the 15-minute, and what I'm looking for on the 15-minute is for price to react to the areas that we identified on the higher time frame. So you look at where price is currently in relation to those key levels. If price is already at the key level, you'll go into your entry confirmations before you enter. If price isn't at those key levels, you wait for price to get there. Now, there can be a big difference in space, right, between the higher and the lower time frame, and that's okay. You still want to be able to identify support and resistance even on the lower time frame. You want to see what price is actually doing. And so that is step two. Drop down to the lower time frame and you wait for price to hit those key areas, and you're waiting for the reaction. So this is a key area on the daily. We just identified that, right? So what you want to do is determine from in the past, always look at previous structure. What did price do when it hit this line, right? So right here, it hit the line, support. And what did it do? It bounced up. Right here, it hit resistance, right? A little bit of bounce back, push back, right? Push back until when it broke. And you can even go further back and you'll be able to see how price reacted. Now, of course, this is the 15 minutes, so you got to go a little further back out. But let's see, okay? Let's see. Price came up, pushed off of it, pushed off of it, pushed off of it, right? It dropped, okay? Then it pushed back up, broke out, and then what? Pulled right back and dropped. So you see price has reacted in the past to this level, to this area. And that's what we're waiting to see now, where price is currently, for price to get to that point, because what do we expect to happen when price get there? We expect for it to react. So price is rallying up. When price hits this line, the expectation is that price is going to push off this line here, this key level, and push back down to where? The previous structure. The previous structure on the 15-minute, not the previous daily structure, but the previous structure on the 15-minute, right? So this is how you can get your 20, 25 pips. This is how you can do that when you operate from the higher time frame key levels and wait for the reaction to those key levels on the lower time frame. Simple and easy. The third step to that is once price has reached that key level, you want to utilize your entry confirmations. And you should have entry confirmations before you actually enter into a trade. And I can just put this back on a candle so you can kind of see what that all looks like, right? You go into your entry confirmations and you are in business. Now, this is 3 simple, easy steps that anyone, beginner trader, can use to trade Forex, to enter into your position and to get at least 20 pips, right? But 20, 25, use structure to determine that. Use the previous structure to determine your take profit. Now, of course, I do go into more detail as to what price does, price action, market structure, to really, really bring this home. And what you want to do is you want to definitely be inside of the Telegram group where weekly training is conducted, and we really, really peel this onion back. So if you already have some understanding of the market, hopefully this will be of help to you. If you want more assistance, certainly you want to be a part of our Telegram group. I also want to just mention that I only do things simple and easy. Let me just say that. And of course, I utilize a very simple, easy trading system that really does everything that I just showed you manually. It already does it for you. It already visually points these things out. And so I definitely encourage you to get your hands on the trading system so that you can trade easy and simple, right? And all of those that have that trading system, go inside of our Telegram group where we really dig into training and really building your skill set up. However, you must use the link inside the description of this video to get your system and get inside of the Telegram group. So hopefully that has helped. I will certainly see you guys on the next training video. Have a great one. Bye-bye.